Hey guys, I'm at the Woodshed Barber, and today we're talking about the TPOB Play Trimmer.
This is the barber shop, Cornerstone neighborhood.
So I've been looking very much forward to getting my hands on this. I've had it for a few weeks now, and I've got to say this is a very interesting trimmer. We're going to go fully into it, but remember the TPOB Play Clipper was Clipper of the Year for me in 24. So there's a lot of expectations going into this tool. Does it meet all of them? Am I 100% happy with it? Well, keep watching.
Tucker's Electrical. But I need a nuclear reaction to generate the 1.21 gigawatts of electricity.
1.21 gigawatts!
So first off, let's talk about the power of the TPOB Play Trimmer. Now, charging stand, check. External other ways of charging, it doesn't check that box. However, the charging cord for it does go to a USB. So it has USB capabilities. It's just not USB-C. As far as running time goes, runtime on this trimmer is 3 hours, which is very respectable for a trimmer. It does keep a running speed of 7,000 RPMs, which is to me the sweet spot. And as we all know, this motor that's in these plays, super quiet. So check it out. I mean, that is so quiet, so satisfying. Love that about this tool. Power-wise, charging capability-wise, I'm going to give this tool a 9.5 out of 10. The only reason I'm not giving it a 10 is because it doesn't have, any other kind of USB on the tool. But overall, it's kind of hard to beat that, guys. 3 hours of runtime, does have a charging stand, all for this price. That's 9.5 out of 10.
You're in dire need of an upgrade. Systemic, top to bottom.
Whenever it comes to design, I think that's what stands out about these tools, the Play, is because, yes, is the motor, is the blade technology, is all that reminiscent of the JRL, maybe even from the same factory? Yeah, sure. The mold is what makes these things different. And that's, the in-hand feel. I do think that this little rubber handle that are on these that slide off and are customizable, I do think that those are part of what kind of gives it a muffled sound, because it's so quiet. I mean, I've worked with the JRL tools and I don't remember them being this quiet. They were quiet, but not like this. And so very impressed with the way it feels in the hand. It has the same kind of, little thumb spot there as the other ones, same kind of customization. I mean, it's a very comfortable trimmer. What can you say? I'd say design-wise, once again, let's go 9 out of 10.
Because the way that my bank account is set up, the thing is, I got a checking in the savings, but all my money is in the savings. I don't think my card is going to go through.
Now, for the price, we're looking at like 120, 125, maybe to 130. It ebbs and flows on Amazon. But also, if you have the US site, you also have the capabilities of getting on there to order it. And just so you know, I do have a discount code. So TWB, the Woodshed Barber, TWB, it's either 10 or 15. It's one of the two. Test them out. There's a code on there for it. Cost-wise, it's a very efficient tool. Because of how good that price is, I'm going to go ahead and say this is a 10 out of 10 for price. So the only place I'm going to complain on this trimmer, which is a big part of this, and that's kind of what is the disappointment, if I have any, on this tool, is the blade.
There's only been one blade. There's only ever going to be one blade.
This might be just my personal preferences, but for me, I love the idea of having, call it Lord of the Rings mentality if you want, but one blade to rule them all. I like having multi-use blades. I don't like having a blade that's just meant for one thing. This pencil blade, which is the same kind of technology as the JRL Onyx, trimmers had, that little bar right across there. But they didn't have a blade of this size. So this is the first, besides the Precision X Pro blade from Stylecraft, this is the first, slimline style blade we've seen. So we got two out there that are competing with this. And to be real with you, the X Pro blade's a better blade. So this right here, what I'm using this trimmer for the most, and this kind of gets into the performance part as well in my overall thoughts. For this trimmer, what I'm mostly using it for is for children. I've got several autistic clients that have, noise irregulation. So that's a big issue. It is very, very sensitive and tender around certain spots. And it's a very comfortable blade. It's up there as far as comfortability goes. I mean, it's up there with, the X Pro blade. It's up there close to the Andis M-Force blade. But when it comes to balding out, it's not my main choice for balding out. It does it very slowly. Lines are decent. I'm not gonna say they're terrific. They're decent. So for me, my usage of this is where if I do keep this on my station, which I'm thinking I am, I'm thinking I'm keeping this permanently on my station. This will be either replacing or going alongside my, what I call my kid's secret weapon, which is the Stylecraft Evo with the Precision X Pro blade on it. Very similar comparison with these two. And so with this, I'm looking at the fact that it's quiet. It's very, very kind to little kid ears. It's not gonna cut, not gonna pull, not gonna snag, but it's also not gonna leave you the crispest lines. It's also not gonna leave you with the ability to debulk if you need to. I mean, if you can, it's just not that great at it. So I would say blade is my main and only disappointment for this tool for me, but that is a big disappointment because as y'all have seen in my M-Force thing, if the blade is on point, it rescues a trimmer. As good as this trimmer is, which I think this is a better trimmer than the Evo, if I could put that X Pro Precision blade on here, it would shoot it into the atmosphere. It would be a much better tool. So I can't help but say I'm disappointed with the blade. Do I think you should get it? For the price, here's the thing. You can get the Evo and buy the X Pro Precision blade and still be spending more money than you would to just use this. So I do think it has a place out there for people. It's just not the be-all end-all trimmer. And because of the Play name, the Play expectations, I was slightly disappointed. I'm not completely dogging it. It's a very good tool, but I did have a higher expectation. And the pencil blade, however good it is, it just didn't meet my expectations. So overall performance, overall, impressions of it, I'm gonna give this a 7.10. 7.10. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Because is it a great tool? Yes. Is it worth having? Yes, especially because of the price. But I think that you're gonna still need another trimmer. And honestly, I think the best trimmer that TPOB makes right now is the X Deluxe. Whether you like the X or you like the XO, either way, but the X Deluxe with that rubber front, I think is the best trimmer that they make. I have the white one. I know they have the blackout edition, which is badass, and I do want to get a hold of soon. But overall, that's my opinion on the TPOB Play Trimmer. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please click that like button, subscribe, share this with your barber friends. Let's get this community growing. Let's keep those comments humble and kind, and as always, I'll check you guys in the next one.
That's your problem. Ain't nobody playing but you. You walk up and down the street all day playing. But name one person in the hood that play like that.